have been.
Men are the most.
We're in the talking stage, we're getting to know each other. We're not just hopping in nothing. You gonna learn me, see if you like me. I'm gonna learn you, see if I like you. There's nothing wrong with taking your time.
Controversial opinion. I don't think women utilize the talking stage well. They don't use it good enough, because this is a thing where, to be honest, women don't spend the time to get to know men well before you go on a date, in my opinion. Because here's the thing: once you go on a date, a man's invested. Because most women, majority of women, 99% of women are not paying 50-50 on a date. They're not. So off the bat, he's already invested in you. He's already invested. No matter how little or how much it is, he's already invested. So if he's already invested, well, men expect return on investment. I'm not just saying just sex, but maybe a relationship, maybe you wanting to see more time with you. So men have already invested. This is the thing where once a person invests anything already, well, they have some, stake in the game. Women don't. So they don't see it as investment. They don't see it as important. They don't see nothing special. And that's why, honestly, you will get men to go above and beyond to make that investment work now. Right? And then you see some men who will lie, cheat, or whatever, be two-faced. And this is the thing where I think to weed out actual bad partners is why the coffee dates, walking dates, those matter, because those are it's little to no investment at all. I mean, besides equal time and effort for both sides. Or just, spend more time talking, texting, really getting to know people. It's like, I don't know, maybe this is lost art. Because when I was younger, you talk on the phone like for hours, for late nights, even before you been on a date with a person. Nowadays, women just stop texting. Let's make a date happen. It's like fine, but then boom, she ghosts you, or boom, you're just not that interested in her. But now it's like you already invested it, so it's like you already paid for the date, you already put the time in, so it's like fine, let's go on a second date with her. And then it's like now I just invested even more. So now let's go on a third date. It's like, God damn it, I'm not really into this woman, but now I'm invested more and more. So it's like that's the thing where women just gotta understand that. I think for women, and for both men and women, but especially for women, because there's a danger with who you pick. There's a danger with who you pick to end up with. There's a danger for men too, but I would say there's more of a physical danger for women, or at least a higher percentage. So it's so much more important to vet your partners better. It's like get to know them inside and out. And I personally believe lies cannot last forever. Time will shatter all lies. So if you think, oh, what if he lies? Well, take your time and be active in getting to know the person. Like spend enough time talking, FaceTiming, stuff like that with the person. Go on multiple walking dates, coffee dates, where there's no investment at all. There's no where one side is feeling like, oh, I'm putting a lot of effort into this, so I want to do whatever I can to see this go through. So I don't know. It's just my thought. I think women are going about dating wrong for themselves.
So there is no guy that wants to get up with me, have breakfast with me, have espresso with me, take me shopping at Ulta, take me to buy Gymshark, take me to the gym, or go to the gym with me, have dinner with me. That's crazy. That's so crazy to me.
I hate women trying to always play the victim. I hate women start these disingenuous conversations. I would find women to be more understanding, more, I don't know if I would say sympathetic, but it will sound more logical if women just say there's no man that you want that would do that for you. Because it's a reality that most men find most women attractive. There will always be a man out there that will want you, that will treat you like a queen, that will literally worship the ground you walk on. The problem is you don't want that man. So this is the thing where, like I said, it would make more sense if women just say, there's no man that I want that does this, that. Just say the men that you want, not men. Because when you say men, it is easily debunked. Easily. Anything you say. When you say men, it is easily debunked. And not just easily debunked, but debunked by a vast margin. Because let me tell you this, there's more men that wants her than there are men that don't want her. But this is the thing, most of those men that would want her, the majority of the men that would want her, she won't want. So this is the thing women understand, where I hate the talking points. I hate the way women frame their point of view, their opinion, because it don't make sense. Because they never say it in a way that, honestly, it brings a worse light on themselves. Because by saying the men that she wants, shows you that she's choosing men. She's attracted to men that will not treat her to her supposed standards. She's attracted to toxic men, or men that don't love her or wouldn't want to be with her or wouldn't treat her well. She's not attracted to the men that would. So it will paint her in a bad light.
Someone who respects you. Date someone who likes you back. Not my type. Okay? Everybody's got a type. Not my type. Sorry, what am I gonna do? What's the girl's type?
That is why I will forever and never have sympathy for women when it comes to the dating market. Not talking about whatever else. When it comes to dating, I will never have sympathy for women because I believe, if not all, at least the majority of women think like that. It don't matter if he's a good man, if he's a loyal man, if he's loving, respectful, whatever. Treat you like a queen. It don't matter because he's not your type. Whatever it would be. Like, he doesn't have the money you want, the height you want, the looks you want, the charm you want, the whatever. Okay, the toxicity level you want. It don't matter. He's just not your type, even though however he treats you. And then when you go for your type, you complain, he's cheating on me, emotionally unavailable, he's abusive, he's toxic, blah, 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 blah. That's why I do not have sympathy for women when it comes to dating. Because even they know that, and this is a woman that predominantly complains about dating, predominantly complains that men are terrible, men are just all the things I just said. But guess what? It's not men. It's the men you want. That's the thing where a lot of women cannot accept or recognize. It's not men with the shit you say. Okay? You say men are terrible, men are toxic, toxic masculinity, they are liars, they're cheaters, they're trash, whatever. It's not men. It's the men you want. Okay? It's the men that are in your sphere, men that are in your surroundings. It's not men. Men that, this is the thing where women can't understand, because the men that aren't their type are invisible to women. They don't realize it. The man that would be loyal to you, that would respect you, that would treat you like a queen, that will give you his all, everything, like he would sacrifice his life for you. He's not your type. In your eyes, you are settling for him if you even get with him, because he's not your type. That's the thing. And like I said, to be honest, and it's just purely my view, I think the majority of women, if not all, think like this. That, yes, the good men are there. I know there's good men out there. Those men just not my type. But surprise, surprise, my type are the toxic ones, are the womanizers, are the cheaters, the liars, the ones that are not monogamous, that are emotionally unintelligent, emotionally unavailable. Okay. And women are free to have whatever type they want. This is not me telling women what type you should have. It's me saying, you know what? Great. Have the type you want. Don't expect sympathy. But women get sympathy from other women because, like I said, I believe majority of women do the same thing. But here's the thing where don't expect the outcome you want. When the type you want is exactly the reason why you're getting the outcomes you're getting.
If you're not obsessed with me, what's the point? Why would you approach me if you're not gonna worship the ground I walk on? Why would you approach me without offerings, without complete devotion? What do I look like to you?
You look like a user. This is a thing where, you know, with women, when you listen to the things women say, their logic cannot be applied the opposite way, in the sense that it can't be applied to the men's side. It's always one way. It shows you how selfish their logic is, and that shows you the holes in the logic where it doesn't make sense. And that's why women can't understand. Men see it both sides. Men truly see inequality. Okay, if he's thinking in a logical way, because things like that, obsess. Why would she be with a man if he's not obsessed with her? Okay, cool. But why wouldn't a man think the same way? Is she going to be obsessed with him? Is she going to bend over backwards for him? Usually women that says they want men to be obsessed with them aren't also the type to obsessed over the same said man. Right? That's the thing where women make it out to be like they just want it one way. They want a man to be obsessed with them. And there are men like that. But here's the thing. The men that will be obsessed with you, a lot of times women don't want these men. They don't find them attractive. They don't find them, financially attractive, physically attractive, mentally attractive, whatever. Yet the men that they do find attractive, they can't get these men to be obsessed with them. So do you want a man to be obsessed with you, or do you not? Because again, like I said, there's plenty of men that will simp over a woman insanely. Yet these men are always ignored or pushed to the curb. So it's very weird, in my view. If you want obsession, you can get it, yet you don't want it from certain types of men. Okay, you don't want it from certain types of men, yet then you can't get it from the men that you want. So now you're just there complaining that men aren't obsessed with you. But they are. You just can't get the men that you want to be obsessed with you.
Not a beautiful, single, eligible man in New York City. Please keep scrolling. Single New York City lady here. And I just want to know, where are you hiding? I know you're out there, and I know you're not on Hinge. I know you want to go on a date. And to be completely honest, so do I. So we just want to know, where are you? And if you want to go on a date, let me know, because shit is rough out here, bro.
You know, this kind of proves to me that you always hear it, that even the average women, she's very mid, very average. Always, they go for looks. They're very superficial. So, beautiful and single, which is really ridiculous. But you don't rarely, if ever, hear a woman, where are the morally sound men? Where are the respectful, loving men? I don't care about looks. I don't really care about looks. No, where's the men with character? Where are the men that don't cheat? Where are the men that are emotionally intelligent? No. Let's say single and beautiful. Let's say 6 figures. Let's say tall, dark, and handsome. It's very, when women talk about men or men they want, it's very superficial. Only when they date those superficial men. It's not when they're talking about actual character, all actual personality. And I think that's the key, where women can say, why am I failing? Why am I always picking terrible men? Why am I always picking emotionally unavailable men? Why am I always picking like these just men that don't commit and all that stuff? Because that's how you go about men. Whereas the single and beautiful men, nothing about character, nothing about morality, nothing about intelligence. I mean, that's who you're asking for, that's who you're calling for. And that's the same thing I want to point out, okay? Now, I could say that she's very mid, asking for beautiful men is... Do you even know what these beautiful men want? Because honestly, if they are top tier men, especially in top tier looks, she is very average at best. And that's the problem. A lot of average women are wanting top tier men. And what kind of, whatever area, whatever superficial area, looks, money, stuff like that. It's like, you wonder why you're single. I mean, you pretty much explain it, because that's what you go for. Where's the beautiful and single? Okay. That's like, and then you hear women say, oh, dating sucks, dating is hard. No, duh, you make it hard. Crazy. And maybe I'll get people saying, oh, you're probably because you're not the beautiful single man. I never claim to be anything more than average. That's the thing. I don't claim to be more than average. I don't claim to wanting supermodels, wanting above average women. I don't. I mean, that's not my deny. I think men are better judged in value than women are. So, men know that, they know the delusions, the craziness of wanting above average.
Single and celibate for 1,095 days, 3.5 years, give or take. That's the amount of time that I have been celibate and single without a man and without any stress and worries. Let me tell you what I don't miss. The fighting, the arguing, gaslighting, manipulating, having to worry and wonder, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? When are you coming home? I'm not arguing. I'm not fighting. There's nobody keeping me up at night. I'm not going to bed alone, wondering where my man's at. I'm going to bed alone by choice. I'm no longer telling a man how to talk to me and how to treat me. I've done my fair share in trying to see the potential in a man. Going off the potential alone in a relationship was hurting me, not serving me. Does this mean that I believe that love is not possible? No. I am very much a lover girl, and if I exist, that means love exists, but not at the expense of my happiness.
Sometimes it doesn't mean that love exists for you. This is the thing where I think a lot of people need to understand, especially women, you are the root of your problem. You are the root of your problem. And like you said, she's picking men off of potential, okay? But this is the thing where women have to understand. All your choices, you choosing these men and subsequently gaining trauma from these men just makes you a worse partner to be with for potentially a good man, because now you become more jaded, more bitter, less trusting, less cooperative. Just you gain many traits to make you actually fit to be with a potentially good man later down the road or whatever. So to be honest, and I see this a lot with a lot of women nowadays, you will have a hard. It's better. This is the thing. I think women like this are better off alone. And this is the thing. You can focus on your career, focus on yourself, your own peace, because you constantly hear women are single and happy. Great. I'm in big support of women staying single and happy for the rest of their life. I'm in big support, especially if they're childless. I'm in big support because, to be honest, we don't need more baby mamas in this world. So I think it's amazing that women like this have found their peace alone. I'm in big support of it because, honestly, it's not going to get better as she gets older and stays longer out of the dating market. Because also, you got to think about this. The longer you stay out of the dating market, the less you are able to compromise, cooperate, be a healthy partner. Because really, you haven't gained any experience. You don't know how to deal with men properly. Now, you may think you did because you're supposedly healing journey, but in more instances than not, you haven't. You haven't. So, I'm in big support of women just following the 4B movement too. Just being single forever. Being happy in your singlehood forever. So, also, the whole single by choice thing. Now, women gotta understand, single by choice to choose to be single, you have to have the man that you want. Because if there's the man that you want right in front of you, and he's perfect, whatever you want, yet you chose to be single, then yes, you are 100% single by choice. Because you choose to be single instead of being with a man that you want. You're not really single by choice when you pretty much eliminate all your options. You don't want to have, it's like you just have no other choice but to be single, right? Because you eliminated all your options.
I don't know how I know that girls don't dress for the male gaze. Go to any Pilates studio. Go. Not a man in sight, but every hot girl you know looking her best is in there. That's because, contrary to popular belief, we do not dress for the male gaze.
Sometimes I'm amazed by women's logic. No one ever says women only dress for the male gaze. No one ever says that. In all honesty, women compete with other women as well. You know how I know that, one, women do dress for the male gaze, two, women also compete with other women, because most women rather say they'd rather not wear heels than wear them and go outside. Most women rather wear sweats, baggy clothes. Most women rather dress conservatively and comfortable than actually dress what they do dress when they go outside. That's human. That is. We are living in a society where we're essentially animals. Where one, we are trying to attract people, and one, we're trying to compete with people. It's not that hard to understand that even in the animal kingdom, you see animals they compete with one another and they try to attract a mate. It's not that hard of a concept. It's like your argument is very flawed. No duh, women dress nice for other women as well. They compete with each other. They're competing. It's like, so what? Again, no one ever said women only dress for the male gaze. It's like, I've never heard of that. Oh my God, women only dress for the male. No, women do dress for the male gaze, plus they compete with each other. It's like really not a hard concept. But women think that a gotcha moment, a mic drop? Because it ain't. And this is the thing. This is also funny because women constantly say they don't compete with each other. They do. And she just proved it. A woman full of women, you need to dress a certain way, you're competing with each other. If you are dressing like the most slobbish, the most comfortable, then okay, understandable. But women don't. Women aren't. So you're also defeating the whole concept of women don't compete with each other. They do.
One of the hardest things about trying to date and trying to find like a suitable man is that I don't think I'll ever find anybody as funny and silly and goofy and fun as my 3 best girlfriends. And they're taken. So I don't know what am I supposed to do?
That is why women like this will be forever single. I like this quote that comparison is the thief of joy. You're constantly comparing people, right? Your exes to the men you might be dating, your friends to a man you might be dating, anybody, right? Comparison. That will make you dissatisfied with whatever you have, whatever man that's in front of you. He may be a nice man, but he's not nice enough. He may be a morally sound man, but he's not moral enough. He may be, good with his finances or have an okay job, but he's not rich enough. He may be, a little bit taller than you, but you know what? He's not tall enough. Because you know what? Oh, I know my guy best friend is tall, funny, shit like that. But these men I'm dating are not like him. He's not good enough. In this case, these guys, they make me crack. I mean, they're funny, but you know what? They're not funny enough compared to my girlfriends. Okay, well, that's the thing where, okay, if they're not good enough, date the people that you want then. Date the guy that's in the friend zone. They don't want that. Date the woman that you think they couldn't do that. It's like, we don't understand that we constantly are unsatisfied with the world around us. That means we will constantly see faults in everything. Nothing is ever good enough. So we are perpetuating the sense of perfection. We want this man to be funny as my friends, tall as other men, wealthy as other men, monogamous as certain men. Constantly thinking that we are trying to build the perfect man. And then you wonder why years that you can't get in a relationship or whatever relationship you get in, it fails because you constantly think about perfection. He's not good enough. I'm settling. I deserve better. The grass is greener. And what does that get you? It's just that just gets you, you know, you're effing up your own life. So this is the insanity.